Reminder for everybody, how lucky we are to have all those men and women risking their lives every day to keep us safe. So, good reminder for everyone, good opportunity, to show that appreciation to them. Hopefully it means a lot to them. It's a good day for everybody. It's one of the best spectacles, I think, in baseball, to wear those camo jerseys. It's an honor to be out there representing our military and how hard they work for us to keep our freedom and to protect the best country in the world. It's pretty impressive.
And Nick Hundley will even adorn himself with a chest protector and shin guards camo style today as the lineup cards are being exchanged around home plate. Bob Davidson, the veteran umpire, will be calling balls and strikes. And you see Nick, he's ready to go into baseball battle, camo style. And this is always a heartwarming scene with the 9 military personnel from all the service branches occupying the diamond, and then when the Padres are introduced, each player goes to his position and is able to personally thank that military person that's on the field now. That's always touches me.
Yeah, and it's not only a thrill for the military personnel out on the field as they stand at attention, but believe me, knowing these Padre players, they get a big kick out of it as well when they go out and shake the hand of the man or woman who serve our country.
Padres ready for action. The answer will be introduced. I think there's some delay here thinking that there would still be a flyover, but that had to be canceled, unfortunately. Some of the walking wounded now. Military wounded leaving the field. You can't do enough for those people.
Oh, I know.
Are we doing it?
And it's something that I think that I would encourage people to do when you're out in public, whether you're at the mall or you're at the store shopping and going on with your day that you do each and every day and take for granted. When you see a man or woman in uniform, go up and thank them for what they do. That's quite a sacrifice, and I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say, I will never, ever know what that sacrifice is like, even going through boot camp and then being deployed somewhere for 9 months away from your family. It's incredible what they do.
And here come the Padres. Fresh from a 5-1 win last night. A little more bounce in their step. And it isn't just a casual handshake. They do exchange a short conversation of gratitude. And it goes both ways. A little autographed baseball as well. So we're about set to play ball here on this Sunday, cloudy Sunday. Charlie Manuel has his lineup card in the hands of the umpires, and this is how it reads. He's shaking it up a bit. He's moved Shane Victorino up into the second spot behind Juan Pierre, then Rollins and Pence. Jim Thome, 96 homers as a Phil, 604 homers in his career in the lineup today. Ty Wigginton moves over to third base. Carlos Ruiz, that hand is better. He's hitting 7th. Freddie Galvis has shown a good glove. 8th, and Joe Blanton on the mound. Anthony Bass, last game out, he pitched against Jamie Moyer in Colorado, who was only 18 years younger. His opponent today, Joe Blanton, he's just a kid, Blanton. Yeah. At age 31.
Well, last time out for Anthony Bass at Colorado, he was a victim of the pitch count. He threw 91 pitches in 5 innings. Not a bad line, though. He struck out 7 Rockies. He allowed 1 home run while surrendering 4 hits. So not a bad outing. It was the 3rd start of his career in Colorado, and Anthony Bass has done quite well. Now he's back at home, Petco Park. And you made a good point the other day, Dick, with the way the marine layer. I don't think the ball's going to be traveling as much today, so he can use more of the plate.
Here's the defense behind Anthony Bass today with Kotze in left, Maben in center, Venable in right field, Headley, Bartlett, Hudson, Alonso on the infield, and Hundley behind the plate. Final game of this 4-game set. Padres start 4-12. Philadelphia 7-8. Corey Lupke Embracing a terrific performance last night and besting the outstanding Roy Halladay. Bass's first pitch is in there for a strike, says Bob Davidson. Pierre at 286. Likes to bunt and at least bluffs one there. 1-1. Headley, respecting the fact he likes to bunt, is in on the grass. They're the umpiring crew. And your new favorite, Dan Bellino.
Big fan of Dan Bellino.
2-1.
He's an umpire who took charge the other day when he was behind home plate. I like to see that. Let's see if Anthony Bass this afternoon can avoid deep counts and go right after these hitters like Corey Lupke did last night.
Low, it's over the plate, but 3-1 now to Pierre.
No better feeling than Corey Lupke in that dugout after twirling 8 solid innings last night.
Full count now to Pierre. The Philly stranglehold on the Padres here at Petco snapped last night after 13 straight Phil's wins on this turf. And that's what you don't want to do, is walk the leadoff man to start the game.
I know a pitcher hates going full count, but especially to lead off the game. First hitter, go full count and then a walk. It gets you right into the stretch, and it's really hard to develop a rhythm.
Shane Victorino, batting .293. Leads the team in runs scored and hits and stolen bases. Outside ball one. Pierre has more steals than any active player in the major leagues. His career total 557.
The perfect hit and run combo right here when you've got that speed and Victorino at the plate. Whoa, he was going.
And back in time. That was close. Good slap tag by Alonso.
Did you see Pierre lean towards second base?
Oh, yes.
As soon as Bass twirled to throw to first base, watch Pierre. Whoa, he's going. Nah, got to change gears. If that throw is down around the bag, Pierre is out. There's got to be something going on right here.
He got him. Well, that's an area that Anthony Bass has shown tremendous improvement, holding on runners and had moved to first. Great feet.
It's all in the footwork. Quick with the feet. Throw that dart. And did you notice that throw there was on the fair side, more the fair side of first base rather than the chest of Alonso, allowing Alonso to slap that tag. Nicely done, Anthony Bass.
Big out. Now he's got to work on Victorino, and he falls behind him 2-0.
You talk about this game of baseball being a game of inches. Heck yeah. Thrown over to first base. That was a perfect example.
Just amazing, the measurements of our baseball forefathers. To be able to figure out the geometry of the baseball diamond, the 90 feet. It's probably nothing more pure in all the sports than the distance between home and first, that 90 feet, how close the plays. Whoa, 3-1. And then you come up with 60 feet 6 inches for the rubber to the plate. It's a challenge geometrically. 3-1 to Victorino, and he walks. Well, thanks to the pickoff move, Bass is not in deep trouble, but he's got to improve his command here early.
Well, he'll just have to pick off Victorino, right?
There are some pitchers in the old days, that's about all they could do, huh? Walk them and then try to pick them off.
And once again, Nick Hundley, the catcher, is showing some leadership out there and having a chat with Bass. So as a young pitcher, I think it's a beneficial situation to have a leader like Nick Hundley, because he does his homework. He knows how to set up these hitters. Take a lot of the thinking out of it.
Jimmy Rollins, the switch hitting shortstop.
Throw over to first right here.
Padres have done a good job on Rollins in the series. He's 0 for 10.
Fastball away.
Ground ball to first. Alonso boots it. And the throw away as he tried to be, Bass tried to be fancy. And Bass was there, but Alonso double error, boots it, and then throws it away. That's a double play ball.
Yeah, Anthony Bass is on his way over there. Alonso doesn't know where the baseball is at first. Realizes, and then he tries to go with the backhand flip. That's the point where he just should have gotten the baseball and held on to it. Would have been a first and second situation.
It's a double error to allow Rollins to be safe at first base, and then to let Victorino go from second to third. Hunter Pence way outside. Walk in an error, formula for disaster against a team that plays the best defense in all of baseball. The Phils, they've made only 6 errors all season, 15 games. 2-0.
Well, the infield is shifted for Hunter Pence to pull the baseball. As you look at the second baseman, Orlando Hudson, see Orlando right there. He is right almost behind second base. So a sharp ground ball to Bartlett. Hudson's not going to have to go far to go to that force at second.
Runner goes, swung on and fouled at the plate, and Rollins would have had that base stolen. He had a terrific break. Padres fortunate that Pence fouled the pitch at the plate. Infield is back, looking for a double play chance, conceding the run at third. Pence has struck out more than any Phil, 13 times. This would be a spot for one. Anthony Bass, 2-1. He was going to go again, and that was the old step off the mound, fake the throw to third and go to first, and Rollins has had time to scamper back. Yep. Pretty much has tipped his hand that he's going. On 2-1, Hundley can't afford to call a pitch out. Now he stays, and the swing and a miss. 2-2.
Good slider right there by Anthony Bass. That is a quality pitch. Looks like it's going to be a strike. Then at the last second, out of the zone, and it brings Hunter Pence down to his knee. Cannot make contact with that pitch. You don't have to throw this guy a strike. Elevate the fastball, he'll swing right through it. Or a breaking ball down and away.
Runner goes, and it's a ball at the plate, and no throw by Hundley, a slider. So Rollins with an easy steal. And 2 men on now in scoring position. Full count again.
And now he's really going to have to work because it takes the double play out of order. First base open, throw him a breaking ball.
Chop to third, and the runner does not come home. Victorino, he retreats to third. A break for the Padres, the one place where San Diego would be able to hold the runner was a chopper to third, and that's exactly what Pence served up.
It was not a breaking ball, but it was a changeup. So an off-speed pitch, and Pence way out in front of it. It speeds up his bat perfectly to Headley, freeze that runner, and get the out. Nicely done.
Now Jim Thome, the veteran power hitter, back with the Phils, his second term. 1 for 13, a slow start for this man, but he can get you a lot of runs in one swing. In for a strike with a slider. Now if Bass can wiggle off the hook, if you please, get out of this first inning.
Reach into that tackle box and throw some lures out there. Maybe Thome will fish for a bad one.
One strike pitch. In there, another slider. Orlando Hudson now has moved about 15 feet out on the outfield grass, playing shallow right field. Alonso is right on the edge of the grass, deep at first. The outfield swung the other way, playing a fly ball to left. So pass ahead, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Oh my. That could have been disastrous, but Bass did indeed wiggle off the hook. No score for the Phils. Just 4G network, AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Let's stick our head into the Padre dugout. And Bud Black, after the inning, what did he do? Immediately went to Yonder Alonso after the double error. And his point was, hey, we got out of it, no problem done. Here's Venable trying to beat out one, and he does. Now the Padres doing their scouting work with Wigginton at third and Tomei at first. They're not exactly gold glovers at the corners.
No, make them move their feet, have them get to the baseball, and take your chances. Venable places that ball perfectly, and did you see the only chance was a glove chance, a glove flip from Galvis to Tomei. That's a lot of pressure being put on the defense. And that was even the backhand flip attempt from Galvis.
So the Padres get the leadoff man on here in the first with a bunt single. Here's Mark Kotsay. Oh, right back to the mound. Off the glove of Blanton. Took his eye off the ball, but Rollins is there, not in time. And this team that has played flawlessly on defense, a couple of awkward plays here early on, and Rollins ever reliable. And Blanton had a double play ball.
That was just off the top of his glove. I don't know whether Joe Bland just got a little nonchalant on it or what. That's room service there. That's got to be an error. It's got to be an error. And the Padres catch a break.
And while Alonso committed a double error, not fielding, and then the awkward Magic Johnson throw trying to get the out at first, Irvin might be able to make that play, but not Yonder. And now it's Blanton. In essence, that's a double error because he could have had 2 outs. Now he's got 2 on with no one out. And Headley drives one to right field. Pence going back. It's over his head. Here comes Venable around third and right on his back. And holding is Kotsay on a double by Headley. 1-0 Padres. Number 13 for the Padre leader, RBI.
On contact, Will Venable had to hold up at second base because from his vantage point, he may have thought that Hunter Pence had a chance to catch this baseball. Ball in the air, he's going to go back and tag. Well, wait a second. It's over his head. Now he can turn it into gear. Now Glenn Hoffman has to score Venable, but then he has to throw up the stop sign to Kotze. That's doing double duty work down there for Glenn Hoffman.
Yeah, Kotze was right on Venable's back. He was halfway to second base. He read it a little better than Hunter Pence did. Pence misjudged the fact that Headley hit it that sharply.
We should let Glenn Hoffman down there, a stop sign, paddle in one hand and go. Stop, go, stop, go. That's exactly what he needed right there on that play.
No one out and a chance for more. Nick Hundley hits that one high to left center field. That'll get another run home. Deep enough as Victorino makes the catch. Tagging is Headley. He's going to try to make it to third. Here's the throw. They got him. Great throw by Shane Victorino. That was a one-hop perfect strike into Wigginton to erase Headley. Credit Hundley with the sacrifice fly and a 2-0 lead.
On the fly, right at the chest. It could have been more perfect. Perfectly thrown.
Ground ball up the middle off the bat of Alonso, and Rollins throws him out, and that's it for the Padres. But with the help of the Blanton error, they score 2 on 2 hits. It's 2-0.
San Diego Padres leading the Phillies 2-0 here in the second inning. I am joined by Sarah Farnsworth. She's the Executive Vice President for Public Affairs here at the Padres, and we are continuing to celebrate this military opening day. It started with a great ceremony with the Mission Continues organization. They help veterans get back to work. Sarah, what did we see today, just in layman's terms, about the beginning of their new service?
What you saw were men and women who've already served our country, many of them in combat in Iraq and Afghanistan, repledging their commitment to the community. And it's important for San Diego to continue to let our veterans know how much we need them, how much we support them. So we're really proud of them today.
What does it mean to the Padres to have all of the support that they have, the military in the stands, the desert camouflage uniforms, the honoring before the game today?
It's who we are. It keeps us going. The Padres are so proud to support our families, support our military, keep our communities connected, highlight the nonprofits like Mission Continues and USO that keep them going. So it keeps the players. You can just see how energized they are and how this just makes everybody stronger and more proud.
We know this isn't the only Military Sunday that the Padres have. What are some of the upcoming events you guys are doing?
Now we get to really focus on the services, on the families. We have a whole day devoted to our military spouses, a whole day devoted to our military children. We end it with another military salute. So every Sunday we're here, the players are in their camos, and we are here to tell the story of our incredible military community in San Diego.
This is just the beginning of a big year of support from the Padres. Sarah Farnsworth, thank you so much.
Thank you, and go Padres.
Thanks, and we continue our military opening day festivities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Layla, and thank you, Sarah. Ty Wigginton strikes out swinging to open the second inning for the Phils. Carlos Ruiz back in the lineup, bringing his .275 batting average. Anthony Bass leaning on a 2-0 lead early.
He needs a quick inning here. 20 tosses in the first inning. That was the 27th. So he can use a quick one here down towards the bottom of the order.
Line foul. Ruiz, who hugs the plate, his toes almost on that inside line of the batter's box.
A hitter that has a slider speed bat. And what that means, once again, is that if you throw a slider, a breaking ball for a strike in the zone, it will speed up his bat, and he's enabled him to pull the baseball. So throwing out of the zone.
Fooled on that pitch, but fouls it away. You can see he stands as close to home plate as any of the hitters in the league.
That means he likes to turn on the ball. Generally speaking, if a hitter is right on top of the plate like that, he likes the ball in.
Ground ball up the middle and not hit hard, but has eyes into center field for a base hit. 1-out single for Ruiz, the first Phil's hit.
That wasn't a pretty swing, Dick, but actually when you look at that swing, it was a slider. Once again, slider speed bat, right? Enabling him to square it up. He was out in front of it. Serves it right up the center of the diamond. He beat the shift.
Brings up Freddie Galvis, the 22-year-old second baseman, replacing Chase Utley until Utley can come back from those knee problems. Switch hitter. Up high, ball one. Galvez showing a good glove in this series. I'm impressed.
I am too. He's taking advantage of an opportunity with Chase Utley out of the lineup.
Chopped out in front of the plate. Hundley's going to have to hurry, and just does get his throw there in time. Almost a swinging bunt single for Galvez as Ruiz moves into second base. 2 out.
Like a cat. Oh, you know what? I thought his foot may have been out of the box, but he's out anyway. Nice read by Nick Hundley, creating a throwing zone, a throwing lane rather, down to first base, out in front of home plate.
Blanton 0 for 3 this year, but he'll get an occasional hit. Has 5 career RBIs. Can help himself out here. 119 career average with 5 runs driven home. There it is. In his 9 years. Was signed originally by the Oakland A's, a first-round pick 9 years ago. 2-0. So you want to make him swing the bat. You don't want to get Pierre up there with 2 men on. Lays that fastball down the middle at 90. Blanton, a former Wildcat at the University of Kentucky, where he led the SEC in strikeouts before being drafted by Oakland. 3-1. What's going on here?
Trying to be too fine, it looks like. First couple pitches were sliders. 2-0 pitch, a fastball right down the middle. And that last pitch looked like it had a little cut action to it.
Ball 4. Well, this is a formula for trouble. Walks the pitcher, 2 on, 2 out to Juan Pierre. Well, fans, you know you can save when you buy your San Diego Padres tickets early. Prices vary depending on the game you want to attend and when you buy. So check Padres.com for current ticket prices. Be sure to buy early and save. It's already a bargain. Even better when you look ahead, even a month ahead. You say, there's a game I want to go to. You get a better price. Buy it now. Here's Pierre, 2 on, 2 out. He walked the first time and was picked off. Strike 1 on a slider. Ruiz and Blanton, the Philadelphia battery, safely aboard. Good fastball. Maybe that wasn't a fastball. Looked like he took something off of, they say, a changeup.
I was right along with you. I thought that was a heater as well.
Looking at the scoreboard, they had that measured as a changeup and out of the strike zone, but Pierre chased. Bass in control of the count, 0-2. Did he go? No. Jerry Lane there at third.
Let's take a look. Oh my goodness gracious! If he hits it, it's a triple.
I have to agree with you. He did go around.
That's not even close.
He clearly went through the plate. Goodness, what is Jerry Lane looking at? So Pierre should be out, but the count is 1-2. Two and two.
You know, I'm not so sure. I've never umpired on the bases before, but with the black bat, I don't know, maybe that's tough to pick up sometimes on a check swing. Who knows? You know, rather than a regular natural wood color or wood ash bat or a maple bat. Just a thought. But I thought he clearly went on that.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree. 2-2. That one's hooking into the foul territory and out of play. But it gives Pierre a second life with 2 on and 2 out here in the second. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2-0 San Diego. And there it is. You knew that was going to happen. A base hit to right. Ruiz. Oh, he was stopped at third, and Venable bobbled the ball, and on the air, Ruiz scores. Oh, a shaky defensive start for the Padres, their third error. Ruiz had checked up at third, was not going to try to score, but Venable unable to come up with the ball cleanly, and it's now 2-1.
Right from the get-go, could not find the handle on it. Ruiz pulls up. Third base coach Juan Samuel puts up the stop sign. He realizes he's daylight between player and baseball. And then Ruiz has got to gear it up again. Ouch.
No RBI for Pierre. Run scores on the error. Blanton now at second. Pierre at first, and Victorino, he walked the first time. Well, that's a shame for Bass. He had Pierre struck out, but didn't get the call. And second life, Pierre dribbles that single into right field for a 2-1 game. And here's Victorino, ever dangerous. Out in front, pulls that into the crowd down the right field side.
And I think that's when outfield play comes into play. You realize who the runner is on second base. It was Ruiz, right? So he doesn't have blazing speed. So I'm sure the outfielders do their homework. So I guess my point is you really don't have to rush it as much as you would think with the ball because he was playing shallow as it is already. So maybe he was just a little bit too quick to the baseball and couldn't find the handle.
Grounded to first. Alonso fields this cleanly and takes it to the bag for the out. Unearned run for the Phils. It's 2-1. Cameron Maben will lead off the bottom of the second for the Padres, leading 2-1. 2-1 on the unearned run. Another awkward inning, and here are the Padres, how they'll hit. Venable, Kotze, Headley, Hundley, and Alonso. We've seen them. Now it's Maben, Bartlett, and Hudson to bat here in the second. Anthony Bass in the 9th spot. Padres getting 2 in the first inning with their own help from an error. Joe Blanton unable to handle a double play ball on a comebacker, and it led to a 2-run inning. Bunt single by Venable, Kotze safe on the air by Blanton. Headley doubled in 1 run, and Hundley a sacrifice fly for the other. Here's Maben. Takes a strike, showing bunt. Maben with a triple. Got 2 of them in this series. Interesting, he's got a home run. He's got 3 triples, but not a double yet. Had some success against Joe Blanton. Grounds this one deep into the hole. Collins with the backhand, the high throw, just in time. And time now for our Geico quote of the game from Ted Williams. After serving in the Korean War, everybody tries to make a hero out of me over the Korean thing. I was no hero. There were maybe 75 pilots in our 2 squadrons, and 99% of them did a better job than I did, but I liked flying. It was the second best thing that ever happened to me. If I hadn't had baseball to come back to, I might have gone on as a Marine pilot. He would say almost the same thing about our friend, the Colonel Jerry Coleman.
Absolutely. Man, what they went through as we take a look at our own hero here in San Diego, the Colonel, Jerry Coleman. The best. Love that man.
Who doesn't? Bartlett, 186. Hanging a star there on Jerry Coleman's name. His famous expression. Ground ball right back to Blanton. He gloves this one, and there's 2 away. Brings up Orlando Hudson. 12 for 49. Hudson may be the most gregarious, friendly ball player in the big leagues. He's always tapping somebody on the helmet or the backside, whether it's the umpire or opposing team.
Cuteness. Awesome.
Cheerleader. Hit to right center field, and that's up the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and Hudson has a chance for 3. He's on his way, and he's going to make it without a throw. So the O-Dog tripled last night in the very same spot.
Big time mistake by Joe Blanton as well. An elevated fastball enabling the switch hitting Hudson batting from the left side to pull that ball. If you notice the outfield, they were shading him to go the opposite way. He got out in front of that hanging fastball, and Orlando Hudson is off and running.
Those 34-year-old puppies really moving. So with 2 outs, he's perched at third. Bass can help himself out. Pick up his first major league RBI. But he's down on the count 0-2 quickly.
Swing hard, you might hit it, Anthony.
Nope. 3 pitches and down he goes. 2-out triple. Hudson left at third. We go to the third. 2-1 San Diego. At Petco Park, 2-1. The Padres lead it over Philadelphia, and it's our pleasure to introduce Lieutenant General Walt Hosler, who was out there on the hill with the ceremony of first pitch. Looks like that arm of yours is okay.
Well, I tell you what, they weren't playing Hell's Bells when I came out there, so I'm not going to lose my day job.
Anthony Bass works to Jimmy Rollins leading off the Phils' third inning. And I think you can feel the energy and the support of fans and this entire community, baseball community, and certainly the Padre organization for all the military.
Well, you're really right, Dick. And I think last night, the win last night probably has something to do with it as well. It was a big victory for the Padres, breaking that streak of the Phillies' straight wins here, and a lot of energy out there today. It was really good to be part of it.
Sounds like you're a ball fan.
Well, I am.
Rollins gets into one to the wall. One hops, and the veteran shortstop is in with a leadoff double. That'll bring up Hunter Pence. Tying run at second. No one out in the Phil's second.
Well, I'm from Minnesota originally, Dick, and I grew up a big Twins fan all those years.
Who were your heroes then?
Well, that's a great question. Many years ago, guys like, of course, Harmon Killebrew, Bob Allison, Tony Oliva, Cesar Tovar, Camilo Pascual, all those kind of guys. And then later on, of course, Kirby Puckett. And besides Harmon Killebrew, I think my favorite Twin probably was Rod Carew.
That was some team, wasn't it?
Well, they had some really good years there. 65, of course, they lost to the Dodgers. I'm kind of dating myself here, I guess.
We remember those days well.
Did you play yourself?
Well, I played baseball growing up, and then from Minnesota, I played hockey all through college as well. So a lot of baseball and a lot of hockey.
You played at Bemidji State?
I did. Let the pitch go here.
Grounded to Headley. He can check the runner Rollins at second, and one away.
Bemidji State's a member of the WCHA, the Western Collegiate Hockey Association. And I played there when I was in college for 4 years. We won a national championship. In those days, we weren't in the NCAA, but did play there.
Were you a winger?
Well, I played forward. I played center and wing, yes.
Well, I was looking at your resume, and my goodness, I mean, you've done everything. And I'm not going to go into everything because it's only a half inning. But when did you decide that you wanted to make it a career in the military?
Well, Mark, we'll let the pitch go here.
He's even sensitive here to get, making sure we don't miss a play. I like that, General.
Well, when I was in college in Bemidji there in Minnesota, I went through some summer training programs with the Marines and wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And they kept telling me, don't take their money, because if you do, you're obligated. So I didn't take any money while I was going through college.
And then 36 years later, here you are.
Here we are, announcing in the booth. But I've had numerous tours here in Southern California. You've been at Pendleton 5 or 6 different times over the years, and this is really my favorite place. Used to watch the Pods down there at Jack Murphy Stadium many years ago.
Was Mark Rent your favorite player?
Absolutely, Dick. My favorite part.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer.
I'm sure the audience has seen your ties today, have they not?
Yes.
I'm very, very jealous of those. I've got to get me one of those.
We can get you one.
They're actually made out of camouflage pants up from Camp Pendleton, and someone was nice enough to carve up a pair of pants and make ties out of them for us.
Probably see a troop tomorrow standing in formation with no pants. Where's your pants? I gave them to the announcers.
Okay. You're all right then. Give you an idea of 36 years this man serving our country. General Waldheiser has attended U.S. Army Ranger School, Jump Master School, Amphibious Warfare School, Marine Corps Command and Staff College, National War College, where he earned a master's degree in national security strategies. And that's a pretty full resume.
Well, I think as you guys kind of indicated, you stay around for 36 years. They send you to school a few times, But I'll tell you, we have. I've been out here for the last 5 years at Camp Pendleton, and the support is really, truly amazing.
3-2 to Tomei, and they got him looking. That's twice Tomei has struck out.
Former Twin, and others, of course.
Okay, now have you ever gone to pitching school?
No, actually, when I played baseball, I played. Oh,
there it is.
Put that one in your library.
Don't bounce it.
General, what do you think when you look at the Padres and they're wearing the camouflage jerseys? What's that mean to you?
Well, you know, it's a great question, Mark. 2 years ago, I was stationed in Washington, D.C. when, at the time, Mr. Morad came up to watch a series with the Nationals when the Padres were playing in town, and he sat down with General Conway, the Commandant. And he had some different styles of uniforms, and he asked General Conway at the time, can we use your pattern for our uniforms? And, of course, the answer was yes. And, you know, that in and of itself just makes it that much more special, I think, for the Marines and certainly for all the servicemen. But the fact that they use our camouflage pattern is really special to us.
Ty Wigginton with 2 out. Rollins still at second with that leadoff double.
I tell you, the fans love it. Everywhere you go around town, I see people wearing the camouflage jerseys.
Well, I mean, they're unique. I mean, the only team in baseball that does this, and it's a tribute to the organization. And of course, they've been doing this for many years. But you know, as I started to say, we've been kind of at this now for about 11 years since 9/11, and the support from the local communities and certainly from the Padre organization has never wavered, and it's very, very important to all of us, quite frankly.
2-1 now the count on Wigginton. There goes the runner to third. Throw to third, no throw.
Now I noticed, and I'm admiring your.
My tie?
No. But your what are these called?
Well, it's just if you've been around for 36 years or so.
The stars, the 3 stars.
Well, that's my rankings.
Right. So 4th star and then 5-star, correct?
Well, they haven't had a 5th star since Eisenhower, so I think we're
okay. I guess my question is, I know there's 2 outs.
Check swing, and they got him. Wigginton is gone, and Bass pitches around. The leadoff double by Rollins. Well, thank you so much, and thank you especially from all our fans for what you and your men do.
Thanks, Dick.
Thank you, General.
Very much. Mark,
appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
A right-hander. Keep them going.
Start your Cinco de Mayo weekend with your Padres Friday, May 4th. Get to the park early, enjoy drink specials, live music, much more. It's presented by Verizon Wireless. Party starts at 5. First pitch against the Marlins is 7:05. Be sure to buy your tickets early, like Mr. Enberg told you. Save at Padres.com or get on the horn, 619-795-5555. Dick?
All right, Mark. Blanton quickly ahead of leadoff hitter here in the third, Will Venable. 2 strikes. So we celebrate our usual Friday party at the park, as that one is slicing down the left field side and out of play just off the warning path. So they're celebrating a day early in order to fit it into the usual pattern where Friday nights are big party nights out at the park.
Actually, it's a double party situation, right?
Yeah.
You could party the 4th and the 5th.
Absolutely. Well, you've got to
take it over to the 6th. Keep it going.
Indulge. You were asking the general about his ribbons. They call that fruit salad.
Yeah.
Before reaching out and reaching in for Rollins rather. Reaches up and takes away a base hit from Venable.
And then my question was, I was going to ask him, he was a 3-star general, how do you get to the 4-star? And he basically said, you know, I've done pretty much all that I can in my career, so it's an appointment by the president. So he would be appointed a 4-star general by President Obama or whoever the president would be at that time.
The commander-in-chief.
Right.
We asked about, as he left of all those ribbons, which was he most proud, and one was for the first missions into Afghanistan, deep into the country that no one thought could be engineered, and he was the commanding officer for that movement. Kotze safe on Blanton's error the first time. Headley on deck. His double, the key blow in the 2-run first inning for the Padres. Knocked in a run and set up another for a sacrifice fly. Badly fooled on the changeup is Kotze, and that's strikeout number 2 for Blanton.
Good changeup from Blanton. He's pretty much over the top. You can see, looks like a fastball. Then all of a sudden, the swing from Kotze trying to stay back and cannot hold back, and that's usually the type of swing you see on a good changeup.
Headley first time up with 2 on and no one out, drove a line drive over the head of Hunter Pence in right field. That scored Venable from second, moved Kotze to third, where he came home on Hundley's sacrifice fly.
You know, the general threw out some old-time, old-school, good Minnesota Twin players, huh?
Yeah, he was obviously a fan.
Love
both
that.
of the Twins and the Padres.
He said he watches the games as much as he can.
You're a ball fan, you're a baseball fan, no matter what line of life's work you've chosen.
You know, it's funny because today being opening day, military opening day, in the mail yesterday, 2 days ago, Friday, I got a random letter from a gentleman in Afghanistan, just wanted an autograph. Big baseball fan. I don't know how he got my address. It's fine with me, though. And he said, you know what, Mark, I'm over here in Afghanistan. This is my day. It's a 12-hour day. When I wake up, it feels like I just went to my head hit the pillow. I'm a big baseball fan. And, could you just send some autographs and I could give them to the guys, and because we're all big baseball fans. And that's really touching.
That's good. Yeah. And we said earlier, we should do more of that. And I'm sure a lot is done. I know the Padre organization, their answer is yes. I mean, when they're asked by the military, no matter what that request might entail, the answer is yes. Hundley, sacrifice fly for his 6th RBI, and he drives this one to right field into the corner. Pence can't get it. Here comes Headley around third. On his way to third is Hundley. A triple. It's 3-1. Nick Hundley with his 2nd RBI on this military Sunday, and it's a 3-1 advantage for the Padres as Pence driving toward the foul line, couldn't get there, ball slicing away from him, and once he left his feet, that gave Hundley a chance to scamper, and he has a rare triple.
And Nick Hundley also did a nice job of taking a pitch from Blanton the opposite way, because that's exactly where it was pitched. Who says catchers can't hit triples?
A 2-out triple, much as Hudson hit his triple the last inning after 2 were gone. Alonso grounded to short his first time. So the 2-out walk to Headley pays off as Hundley brings him around. 1-1.
Remember last night it was the 2-out walk in the 8th inning to Cameron Maben, and the Padres ended up scoring 3 runs in that 8th for a little insurance. Love the 2-out thunder.
Chase's changeup, 2-2. Big extra run over there at third. Charlie Manuel looking for a punch out of Alonso. Ground ball right side. Tomei to the pitcher. Blanton throws it away. And we said they're not exactly gold glovers at the corners, and Alonso's into second base. It's 4-1. Hundley comes home on the air by Tomei.
Well, it's kind of nice to see the Padres reaping the benefits of the Phillies' bad play. This is a case of Jim Thome not leading his pitcher like a receiver. He actually throws behind him. Blanton's got that momentum going towards first base. Rather than leading him out in front, throws it way behind him, and the inning stays alive.
Alonso moves to second base on the throwing error. 4-1. Here's Maben. Chance for another run. Takes it inside, ball one. So the team that had committed only 6 errors, best in all of the National League through 15 games, has been guilty of 2 errors early here today. 1-1. Padres with 3 errors and the Phils with 2, and we're not out of the third inning yet.
And don't forget the 3 errors I've made on the telecast already this afternoon. I'm not going to tell you what they are.
Hey, it's Sunday. You're allowed a mulligan after a Saturday night game. Ground ball toward the hole. That's going to be a tough play for Rollins. Can he throw out the speedy Maben? Yes, by just a whisker. That's twice that Maben has just missed beating out a ground ball to shortstop. Padres get a couple more. It's 4-1. A field giving away runs. One of the 2 runs unearned for the Padres last of the third. The only run scored by Philadelphia unearned. Top of the 4th. Ruiz, Galvis, and Blanton scheduled against Anthony Bass, now with a 3-run cushion. In for a strike. Ruiz fooled on the pitch, but had enough bat speed left to punch a soft ground ball through the middle of the infield for a base hit. Scored the only run for Philadelphia. Right back to Bass. And there's one away. The Sunday miscue department.
Oh, a lot of them out there. Alonso at first base for the Padres can't find the handle, and then the double error there. Blanton served on a silver platter. Could have been 2. And Rollins cannot pick it up on the back end. I think Will Venable was a little bit too quick, thinking that he could have maybe thrown him out at the plate, and then Jim Thome not leading his receiver, leaving him out to dry, getting smoked by the safety, Blanton. That's dangerous.
A circus of errors, 5 of them in 3 innings. Galvez the hitter. That's in there, 1-1.
Mark Sweeney, some sloppy baseball down there, huh?
Yeah, Mark, it also speaks volumes of the intensity of the game last night and also the day game today. That's why the Muskies are probably out there mentally drained from last night.
Slider fools Galvez, 1-2.
You know, Mark Sweeney, you bring up a good point. Day game after a night game over the course of a season, that takes its toll.
Yeah, they usually talk about the dog days of August.
He went around. Hundley will get the put out at first base, 2-3. 5 strikeouts now for Bass.
Well, they do. They talk about the dog days of August, but getting into the momentum of the season also is a mental grind, because individually you want to get off to a good start. Obviously, we've talked about the Padres with the errors. Makes it very difficult to get off. They want clean games, guys.
It's certainly out of character for Philadelphia to play giveaway. Best fielding record in the National League for Charlie Manuel, as they have been over the course of 12 years. They have the best fielding percentage in the major leagues, Philadelphia. Blanton lining that one into the crowd, and it's 0-2 on him. Well, the Padres found a way how to beat Philadelphia. Hopefully that'll carry over for this afternoon. They've got a 4-1 advantage. Foul ball, just foul. Around the major leagues, 12 games today, and many of them, of course, still underway. Already 21 errors committed on this Sunday. Well, think about it. By the time the game was over last night, even though it was a 5:30 start, ball players left the ballpark probably around 10, get home around 10:30. You don't go right to bed, so maybe midnight. And then they're up at least 8 o'clock and getting ready to come back to the ballpark today. So there's the quick turnaround. There's no batting practice on the Sunday. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Anthony Bass. He retires. The Phils in order in the 4th. 4-1 San Diego. Opened up things in the first inning, and Headley drives a double over the head of Pence to score 1 run, and Nick Hundley sacrifice fly made it 2-0. After an unearned run scored by the Phils, Padres come right back. Hundley's triple that brought home Headley, who had walked, and then Hundley scored on an error. Charge to Tomei, unable to throw accurately to his pitcher, covering on a ground ball from Alonso. So it's 4-1 as we go to the last of the fourth. Bottom three in the order: Bartlett, Hudson, and Bass. What an interesting. We went through the doubles in Colorado. Remember,
right.
Everything was a double play and doubles. Now we come home, and it's like San Diego. To do Colorado one better,
right.
It's triples.
I like that.
Friday night, or Thursday night, the first game, Hermida tripled. Friday night, Maben tripled. Last night, Maben and Hudson tripled.
Okay.
Today, Hudson and Hundley have 6 triples in the series.
You know, when I look at that, what I think, and try to analyze that, the Padre hitters hitting mistakes and actually hitting them where they ain't, right? Willie Keeler said that, right?
That ball's hit pretty well, and it'll chase Pence back. He's turned around and makes the catch. Boy, he makes every ball out there an adventure, doesn't he?
They're hitting mistakes and finding a gap or down the line. And we've said that all along, Dick. If you're not going to hit home runs, what's wrong with doubles and triples, right? There's plenty of room out there for the triple and the double.
Well, that was Phil Plantier, Lonzo Powell, the 2 hitting coaches during spring training. Hey, doubles and triples played pretty nicely, and this is a ballpark for it.
And I don't want to get banged for plagiarism, but that's what Mark Sweeney said. That was one of his keys, right, Marco?
Yeah, guys, you want to use this is a big outfield, and it's a tough outfield to play. You know, when you're on defense, and you can see Hunter Pence is having a tough time in right field, but there's a lot of room out there for doubles and triples.
Hudson tripled last night, another triple today. Pulls this one foul. Dave Roberts with good hands down there at first base coaching box to make the play. Well, no baseball tomorrow, and with the weather in the east, ground ball sharply up the middle. Look at that Galvez again. He's something, isn't he? He's made several plays like that. Sliding, fielding the ball, bouncing to his feet, and throwing out Hudson.
Great first step, great first reaction to the ball at the bat. That ball is hit sharply. How quickly he gets up to his feet. Plenty of time to get that momentum towards first base. Tell you what, I'm impressed.
Just 22 years young is Galvez. Anthony Bass struck out his first time. Watch out. Swinging late and driving that deep into the lower tier. That one hit sharply and right at Rollins. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Blanton. After 4 at Petco, the Padres lead 4-1. Casino Daycation highlight of the game, and it's Anthony Bass using his good stuff to strike out 6 fills. He's walked 3 hits, 1 unearned run. But he's come up with a big strikeout when he needs it. That's receiving the plaudits of his manager Bud Black. How does he look to you from your angle, Mark Sweeney?
You know what, guys? He looked like he was out of sync early in the game, got back into it. The main concern that we always talk about with Anthony Bass is extending himself with the added pitches, with the errors behind him. That's some of the things you watch is pitch totals getting up there.
74 as he opens the 5th inning. He's not been able to get to the 6th inning yet in his limited chances to start for the Padres. Gets an easy 5th inning here. He should be able to move into the 6th. Leading 4-1. Top of the order, Pierre, then Victorino and Rollins. Pierre, a second life single in the 2nd inning when the Phil scored. Takes a strike. He had apparently gone around based on the replay, but not called out by third base umpire Jerry Lane, and then he proceeded to single to right field. That set up the run, although unearned. Grounds it to Alonso. Busy day for the first baseman. One away. Time now for our AT&T trivia question. And here it is. Name the only major league player to see active duty in 2 wars. Many have served. First World War, Second World War, Korean War, Vietnam. But only one major league player served in 2 and served in lengthy terms in both. The answer in the next half inning. Victorino has walked and grounded to first. Ball 1. Oh, we want to certainly send out our congratulations to one of the San Diego Padres' best, Alex Montoya. He received a high honor last night, a Lead On Award. Former San Diego high schooler and Notre Dame University. Montoya is in charge of our Latino program here with the Padres, and the award signified a man who has improved the rights and dignity of disabled community. Ground ball pulled by Victorino to Hudson, 2 away, and he indeed, Alex, is a great inspiration to all of us. He was born in Colombia without arms and with only one leg, and you just, when people say disabled, he said, I don't have all the parts, but he wants people to notice it, because he said that way I can show you that it's okay. You go on and you live on, and you can be positive and contribute to society. He just is.
You hit it right on the head. He's quite an inspiration to me and a dear friend, and the Padres organization, very lucky to have him.
So congratulations to Alex on your honor last night. Nice article in the UT yesterday as well about Alex Montoya telling his story.
Way to go, Amo. We love you. Big Notre Dame fan. Of course, he graduated.
Hey, nobody's perfect. I mean, here's the pitch. I'm a big Notre Dame fan, even though I grew up not liking the Irish. I grew up in Michigan, and they were the enemy of sorts. But after doing so many football and basketball games there, I have great admiration for that university. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Bass pitching a good one. He's through the 5th inning. We're at the halfway mark. 4-1 Padres. Up last of the fifth, leading 4-1. And Venable, goodness, he's leading off again all 3 times at bat. He's been the leadoff hitter. That happened last night as well. 3 straight times he led off the inning. Bunt single and scored, line to short. 1-1 as Blanton will face Venable, Kotze, and Headley in the 5th inning.
Future's so bright for those 2 pitchers, they got to wear shades. Cole Hamels on the left, Roy Halladay on the right.
Part of this tremendous pitching staff. That's shy one. Cliff Lee fouled into the glove of the catcher Ruiz, and the count is 2-2. Cliff Lee, the left-hander, has been placed on the 15-day disabled list with a left oblique that he suffered going that 10 innings in San Francisco. Remember, he and Matt Cain were in a shutout duel through 10, and Lee pitched that 10th inning and felt something pull as he had gone the distance. Ground ball pulled to Tomei, and he'll get the out himself. And time now for our AT&T trivia question answer. The question, of course, was, on this military day, name the only major league player to see active duty in 2 wars, World War II and the Korean War. Our own Jerry Coleman. And he doesn't like to talk about it. But he flew over 100 missions when you count the 2 wars. And every one of those, his life endangered, but serving our country gloriously. Jerry Coleman. Sharply hit by Kotze right at the second baseman. Then Galvis throws him out. 2 away. Over at Balboa Park, our Air and Space Museum, just a great place to visit. And there's the portrait of Colonel Coleman, a Hall of Famer in so many ways. Folks, if you get a chance, there's so many things. You could spend a full week at Balboa Park. Not only the zoo, I mean, that's probably a couple of days in itself. Headley takes ball 1, but the Hall of Champions, all the sports memorabilia there, the Ted Williams exhibit honoring all of the great athletes that have come out of San Diego. And then that Aerospace Museum, they have space shuttles. They have the plane that the Corsair that Coleman flew in World War II. I mean, it's fascinating.
120 missions for Colonel, 2 distinguished flying crosses, and I'm reading this out of the media guide, folks, so don't think I know this by memory. I should, so shame on me. 13 air medals, 3 Navy citations.
I think that comes out a 4-letter word. HERO.
Yep.
But you'll never hear any of those stars of the wars taking any bows, because the real heroes were the ones that didn't come back.
How about the story Ted Leitner told the other day at the luncheon regarding Jerry? In his plane, coming in, no lights, oil leak.
Couldn't see because the oil was on the windshield.
So then he opens the canopy to look out, loses his headset, and now he's got to land that bucket of bolts. Good luck. And guess what? He
running out of fuel.
He couldn't see his wingman.
Couldn't communicate with them. Was afraid to turn into them because they were in close formation.
And I worry about a button falling off my shirt. Shame on me.
Really does put things in perspective.
Yes, it does.
Nick Hundley tripled the right field. Knocked in a run his last time. That was the ball that sailed away from Hunter Pence down the right field corner. Same formula, perhaps. There were 2 outs at the time. Then Headley walked, and Hundley brought him home with the triple. 6 RBIs now for Hundley. That ball's hit well to left field. That's way back, and Hundley will touch the ball. How about having yourself a military Sunday? Nick Hundley, a RBI triple, a 2-run home run, and a sacrifice fly. Each at bat, he's knocked in a run, and the Padres lead it 6-1.
Nick Hundley using the whole field, going down the right field line for the triple in the 3rd, and pulling this one to deep left center field for the home run. Halfway to the cycle, and he's got the 2 toughest ones out of the way.
Looping fly ball, and Pence able to run it down off the bat of Alonso to end this 5th inning. But again, the walk to Headley with 2 outs, and Hundley follows up once with a triple, now with a 2-run homer, his 2nd of the season. The Padres lead by 5. Hundley, what a day for Hundley. A sacrifice fly in the 1st, RBI triple, scored himself in the 3rd, and a 2-run home run, 2nd of the season, as he has been the offensive force in this 6-1 lead for Anthony Bass, who faces Hunter Pence here in the top of the 6th inning. And that pitch means that Bass has gone farther now than at any time as a starter in the big leagues, however few opportunities that he's had. Chop fouled by Pence, who has struck out. No, he's not struck out today. He's grounded out twice to 3rd. Tomey on deck has struck out twice.
Well, now that Anthony Bass has some breathing room, you take a look at the pitch count approaching 90, but he has to go right after these Philly hitters. No free passes from here on out. Go right after them.
That's nubbed to second. Hudson juggles and still gets him. Where's the Calliope music? Off the glove, off the hand, and he gets Hunter Pence 4-3. What a juggling act.
That ball's got some funky spin on it. Off the heel. And we're not done yet, folks. Off the heel of the hand. Can't find the handle there. Off the bicep, off the glove.
Watch out when you throw to first base.
Yeah.
What else is in that glove? A couple of doves just flew out. One out and Tomey up there. That's 10 in a row retired by Anthony Bass. I'll put a star on the whenever there's an outstanding play in my book, I always put a star to try to remember. I mean, that's a kind of play you want to see again.
There's the shift, Dick, right? 3 infielders on the second base side.
With Headley playing midway between 2nd and 3rd, the only defender on that side. Tomey up twice, struck out twice. Military day, and Hudson handled that like somebody threw a grenade at him. Foul back. 1-2. Well, happy birthday today to Jack Nicholson, the great actor. 75 years of age, Jack. Happy birthday. One of the outstanding military movies, A Few Good Men. How about that one monologue?
Oh, is that some? Oh.
If he only could act. What does he have? About 25 Oscars?
I don't know how many he's got, but I tell you what, it's worth the price of admission going to a movie that he stars in.
In our time, at least in my time, Meryl Streep and Jack Nicholson are the 2 greatest actors. So
I'd have to agree with you.
I enjoy it. And Tomei works Bass for a 1-out walk. That's the 4th walk from Anthony. And a reminder, you can watch your Padres and the Miami Marlins Saturday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo at 5:35. First 25,000 of you will take home a Swinging Friar t-shirt presented by Cox. Be sure to get your tickets early and save this and all Padre games at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Wigginton has struck out both his at-bats. It's also Glenn Campbell's birthday. 76 years of age.
Rhinestone Cowboy, right?
Wichita lineman.
Yeah. Oh, the oldies but goodies, huh?
Always good. One out walk to Tomei. And the 1-1 pitch to Wigginton. Over, but just a little low, I guess. Joe Thatcher. Ernesto Frieri getting ready in the bullpen as Bass is up to 93 pitches. That's how he started. The strike zone was eluding him in the first inning when he walked both Pierre and Victorino to open the ball game, but somehow got out of that first inning. 3-1. And he walks Wigginton. So back-to-back walks here in the 6th inning, and Bass may be tiring. Well, around the majors today, Kyle Loesch of the St. Louis Cardinals runs his record to 3-0 as St. Louis continues to lead in the National League Central. Chad Billingsley, not quite the pitcher that we saw. A couple of home runs allowed, and the Dodgers got bombed by Houston 12-0. And Josh Hamilton continues his hot hitting, 3 for 3, a couple of RBIs, 7 home runs. Rangers in 11 beat the Tigers. How about that game yesterday? People still trying to digest in the Northeast how Boston goes from 9-0 down to losing 15-9. You think they're not?
Something's going to be happening there soon. I think.
Well, the press is just barbecuing Valentine. So 2 on, 1 out, and the Phils are one swing from getting right back into the 6-1 game. Ruiz has a single and a tap back to the mound.
And Anthony Bass 1 pitch away from rolling a grounder and getting out of this little mini jam.
2 walks. And now 2-0 to Ruiz. He's struggling.
97 pitches for Anthony.
Ruiz has a home run this year. Ripped to short. Bartlett, Hudson, Alonso, a double play. Oh my, is that a sweet sound for Anthony Bass to find that ball in the glove of Bartlett. 6-4-3, and the Phils are gone in the 6th. Bass goes a full 6 and has a 6-1 lead. presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. And welcome back to Petco. And a reminder, Tony Gwynn continuing on as the San Diego State head baseball coach and recovering from his surgery, and hopefully we'll see Mr. Padre here shortly. There's a blooper into right center field. First ball hunting, and Maben has himself a base hit. Layla, what do you have for us?
Just more about military opening day. The Padres were some of the most excited about this day. They talked about how they are happy to be a part of the team that does so much for the military. Some of the Padres that we talked to who were the most excited were the new guys. Like Carlos Quinton, a San Diego native, said that he was happy to be a part of this because he grew up in a military town here in San Diego. Joe Whelan also with positive remarks. He said, this is the reason why we're safe. It's because of these guys and girls and what they do. And lots of positive just feedback from these guys. And they said they're happy to see the camouflage in the stands and the uniforms in the stands, and they love that they honor it with what they have on today.
Right, Layla, the synergy between the military and the Padre organization in baseball, it's so positive. Just back in time as Maben, as Blanton keeping an eye on the Padres' top base stealer.
Dick, did your father serve in the military?
He had a heart murmur. In today's world, I'm sure he would have served. My other two uncles, his two brothers, both served. There goes Maben. And he is out of there. Ruiz with a good throw.
I thought Maben may have gotten that foot in on the slide.
Elected not to go head first.
And I like that. Remember, Cameron in the past has had that issue. Oh, yeah, got him on the back foot before his front foot. Tag and not to the bag yet. So a good call by Dan Bellino.
Your favorite.
My dad served 3 years in the Army. And telling stories about boot camp and things of that nature. So that generation, man, it's a special generation, is it not?
And so is this one. I mean, it's
sure.
This one, and hopefully we've learned our lessons as a country about how we almost abused those who fought in the Vietnam War. We just ignored them, and finally we're getting that right. Because the war was so unpopular, then suddenly those that were there fighting and losing their lives and coming back, they found no positive reinforcement for what they had done. Bartlett, full count. Blanton's actually had a pretty efficient day, only 75 pitches. That's in part because the Padres have been first ball hunting. Ground ball to third. Wigginton across to Tomei, and there's two out.
Meet the Fox Sports San Diego girls. How you doing? Update your status and follow them online as they keep you posted on what's happening in San Diego sports. It's easy. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Your all-access pass is just a click away. Hey.
Two out. And there's a looper into right field for a base hit. Hudson drops in a single, just as Maben did to start the inning. So Orlando Hudson's bat coming to life. 2 for 3 today. He had an RBI ground out and a triple, knocking in another run last night. So he's hit safely in all 4 games of this series. Here's Jesus Guzman to bat for Bass. Came off the bench last night. Guzman delivered an RBI single, hitting for Lupke. High fly ball. Victorino on track. And that's it for the Padres in the 6th. On to the 7th. 6-1 for the home side.
Padres leading the Phillies here on military opening day. Anthony Bass looking good and stretching it out, going as deep as he's ever gone in his career as a starter.
Yeah, kind of a weird first inning, but understood. He just came back and threw real well for 6 strong innings.
We're going to talk more about that in the post-game show. Also talk about San Diego's bats coming alive with some extra base hits, and you're going to hear from the manager, Bud Black. We'll have all that and more for you in the post-game show. Hope you'll join us for that. Dick and Mark.
Well, lots to cover, lots to assimilate and enjoy once again. 6-1. How about the 2 starters back to back, young Lupke and Bass? Between them, they go 14 innings, no earned runs.
Well, I know there's a lot of baseball left.
Thatcher starts with a strike.
But how nice it would be for the Padres to split the series against these Phillies with an off day tomorrow. You win today, and then the Nationals come to town.
Started to say earlier that they were rained out today, their game with Miami. They're not going to reschedule that tomorrow on the off day, so they'll be headed out west. And we'll play here Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon, and Thursday night. The Nationals, one of the hottest teams in baseball. They're 12-4 and leading the National League East. So the pitcher that would have thrown today, Gio Gonzalez, we'll see him on Tuesday. Jordan Zimmerman Wednesday afternoon, and Edwin Jackson on Thursday. No Steven Strasburg. They're saving him for the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw on Friday night. They're really billboarding that up north. Galvis, the switch hitter, hitting left-handed. Tapped one out in front of the plate, thrown out by Hundley, and then he struck out. 1 of 7 strikeouts for Bass. Those 6 innings, 1 run unearned, 3 hits, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts for Anthony. Lined on a 1-hopper to Headley, and he throws him out. Well hit by Galvis, but right to the third baseman. John Mayberry is going to hit for Blanton. Mayberry appearing as a pinch hitter last night as well. The Phils haven't gotten much out of their bench thus far this year. 1 for 18 pinch hitting. Padres, on the other hand, are 8 for 23. They're hitting well over 300. Strike on the outside corner for Thatcher. Going on this military day at the end of this half inning. 7th inning stretch, and the singing of God Bless America. We're going to stay right here. That you share with the fans at Petco. Big cut, and the count goes to 0-2. And I'm going to take my first couple of days off. Andy Mazer, and that fine voice and talent, to our telecast Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. As you look at Joe Savory, just called up by the Phils with Cliff Lee on the DL. Savory has taken his spot.
Oh my goodness.
Off the glove on strike 3. Can Hundley get him out anyway? Yes, perfect throw.
You know, initially I thought that was a foul ball off the bat because it was such a high pitch and back to the screen. But Mayberry instantly took off after that swing, indicating that no, he did not get a piece of it. That's a live ball. A good play by Nick Hundley. That's a long way to throw.
That's longer than the throw to second base. That's for certain. Reacts quickly. Mayberry hesitated for a moment. That may have cost him first base because Hundley able to fire the strike out to Alonso. 2 away.
Yeah, he didn't realize that Nick did not catch that cleanly.
Juan Pierre walked, singled, and grounded out.
Glad to see Joe Thatcher off to a good start going into this game. Righties only hitting 125. Lefties hitless. So and we all know, Dick, how important that left-hander is out of the bullpen in situations like this. Close games and even with a 5-run lead.
Ground ball, fair ball. It hits the umpire, and that cost Pierre a base. The same umpire that didn't call him out earlier in the game. When he checked his swing, Jerry Lane, ball was right at Lane, and he's trying to determine whether it's over the bag or not. would have been a double. Pierre will settle for a single with 2 outs here in the 7th.
You see the umpire is beyond the bag at third base. Now, if there's runners on base and the umpire is on the infield in front of the bags, each runner is awarded 1 base. But if the umpire is on the other side of the bag in the outfield, it's a live baseball.
So Thatcher gets 2 outs with Victorino coming up, and he'll turn around and bat right-handed. But Black is going to go to the bullpen. Luke Gregerson jogs in. It's 6-1 San Diego. And a reminder, this MLB season on Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Clubs of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. Luke Gregerson in that outstanding bullpen is the one pitcher left on the entire roster that has not been nicked for a run. This is his 7th appearance, 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs allowed. Padres bullpen is second best in the National League, 3rd in all of the majors with a 2.22 ERA, and Gregerson's 0.00 contributing to just that. Shane Victorino turns it around, hits left-handed with Pierre at first base and 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Two and 0. This is those way outside and high.
You know, the walk's a little high for Luke Gregerson. You saw that stat, 5 walks in 6 innings. They have not come back to hurt him. So he needs to make a big pitch here. This is where you need to stop it. Leave that runner out there. That's Joe Thatcher's runner. Nothing more than a reliever wants to leave the other pitcher's runners stranded out there.
There's the strike, 2-1. Fastball at 87 to the all-star center fielder Victorino. Walk and a couple of ground outs for Victorino. Two and 2.
Love the way that Juan Pierre wears the uniform. Look at he's got the old school stirrups, right? You can see the white socks underneath. Love that. He's got the baggy pants, which I love, and wearing the former number of Larry Boa, shortstop for the Philadelphia Phillies, number 10.
There was a fighter.
Yes, there was.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Slider takes care of Victorino. Phils are gone here in the 7th inning. Stretch half of the 7th, and to sing God Bless America today, United States Coast Guard Petty Officer Mike Gallagher. He's walking out to the third base coaching box area. As fans stand here at Petco Park, Padres with a 6-1 lead against the Phils on our first Military Sunday. We're pleased you joined us.
Now please welcome U.S. Coast Guard Petty Officer Second Class Mike Gallagher. Please sing along as he presents God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Petty Officer Second Class Mike Gallagher.
Last of the 7th inning, the Padres lead 6-1. Relief pitcher Joe Savory. And here's Venable leading off again. 4 for 4 leading off in his at-bats today. He has bunt single and scored in the first, lined to short and grounded to first. Sends this one to left field, and that chases Pierre back to the warning path. Still going back and makes the catch on the dirt in front of the Geico sign. Well, before the game, Venable making this comment about his appreciation of the military.
Just to be able to have those guys around and to be able to tell them face to face, you know, how thankful you are for everything that they do. And, you know, you don't get that opportunity a lot. We're lucky that as an organization we support them in the way that we do. And like I said, just the opportunity to say thank you means a lot to us.
And Will expressing the feelings of that entire clubhouse as Chris Denorfia will bat for Mark Kotze. Denorfia, one of those that for the Padres that have climbed off the bench and delivered some key pinch hits. 2 for 2. Savory just recalled from Lehigh Valley, the top farm team for the Phils, to replace Cliff Lee, the star left-hander that's on the DL with an oblique injury. Savory was converted last year from pitcher to first base. Didn't work out at Clearwater. Came back to pitch again, and now he's in the big leagues. It's 10-0 after deciding to throw that big old first baseman's glove away. Ground ball pulled to third. A long throw for Wigginton on the money, and Denorfia is out 5-3. Well, 2 weeks from today, Sunday, May 6th, the Padres and the Miami Marlins, a 105 game. We invite you to get to the park early. Enjoy a special pregame ceremony as part of Military Spouse Appreciation Day, presented by Tri-West. Don't wait. Get your tickets early at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Ground ball off the glove of Savory, and he will not get Headley. Headley is safe for the 4th time. We'll see how the official score sees that one. It looked like a makeable play by Savory.
It wasn't hit that hard. Savory may have been fooled by the swing. We've heard of changeups from the pitcher to the hitter. That was a changeup off the bat of Headley. He actually got jammed.
A charge and error to Savory. So each team has committed 3 errors today.
Yeah, I agree with that call. Very makeable play.
And here's the star of the day, Nick Hundley. 3 times up. He's knocked in a run in each occasion. A sacrifice fly in the first, an RBI triple in the third, and a 2-run home run in the 5th. Hundley is having a career day. Here's the home run to cap it off. With a man aboard, Headley drives this one into the seats and left. And for Nick, it's the first time in his major league career that he's knocked in 4 runs in a game. 3 several times. This is the best ever for him. And a chance for more as Headley once again is aboard. As Hundley comes to the plate.
We're halfway to the cycle, huh? He's got the 2 toughest ones out of the way, but depending on what he does here, if he'll get another at bat.
2 for 2 today, and finally, after that dismal start, just a painful 0 for 21, he's over 200 now. Batting .217 as he steps in. So he's been the hot hitter we saw all spring long, hitting well over 400 once he got that first base hit. He's been hitting at about a 400 clip. Hits it to the right side, but Tomey's there and takes the out himself at first. To the 8th, 6-1, San Diego. Our national stars with our national pastime stars. A taste of this military opening day from Petco Park. It was great to have General Thomas Waldhauser in the booth with us. He knew as much about baseball as the two of us combined.
Yep.
He was ready to do the play-by-play.
It was an honor to meet and chat with him.
I think he enjoyed being a part of, not only the ceremonies beforehand, that's the real role, but to throw out the first pitch.
Sure.
And get to meet, one of his heroes, Mark Grant. Somehow he came up with Rod Carew and not you.
Yeah.
Yonder Alonso there at first base. At second base is Hudson and Bartlett. Headley at third. Denorfia comes into the game in left for Kotze. Maben in center. Venable in right. As Gregerson goes to work here in the top of the 8th inning. Jimmy Rollins 1-1. Safe on an error by Alonso. Doubled to right and struck out. Pence and Tomei to follow. Luke getting the final out in the 7th inning, striking out Victorino.
Looks like Rollins got one on the foot or the shin on that Luke Gregerson slider. That'll happen quite a bit when Gregerson's got that slider down and into the lefties. We'll top that baseball right into the foot. And Bob Davidson doing a little house cleaning on home plate to give him a little bit of time. Where does he get it? Oh, call a tow truck. Right on the toe.
So if he hits it, the foul on his shin.
Shinburger.
But there's no shin truck.
No. No.
Swing and a foul. 1-2 to Rollins. So San Francisco's game against the Mets washed out, as was Washington's Miami. So that whole eastern seaboard getting hit with a heavy storm. Boston's game with the Yankees has not been called as yet. Yes? No, it has not. They've still got 5 p.m. up on the scoreboard. Ground ball pulled. Alonso. Terrible hop. And Alonso is able with the bare hand to knock it down, keep it out of right field. That's got to be a base hit. That took a wicked bad bounce on Alonso, and Rollins should have his second hit of the game.
Well, it's a bad break because Luke Gregerson makes a good pitch. He gets a ground ball. I don't know what it hit.
Might have hit right at the cut of the grass, meets the dirt.
Exactly, Dick. That's exactly where it hit.
Good reaction just to get his bare hand on it. So credit Rollins with his second hit. 5 hits for the Phils today. Here's Pence. Grounded out 3 times. Twice to Headley at third. And the other 2, the O-Dog at second.
Tough series for Hunter Pence. 1 for 15. He'll chase.
2-0.
And right about now is when the pain starts to kick in for Jimmy Rollins at first base on that big toe. Remember in the cartoons when you hit a finger and he gets real big and it's like throbbing? That's what it's like for Jimmy Rollins right about now.
Just feeling a heartbeat right down on your big toe. Huh? Leadoff hit on the bad hop for Rollins here in the 8th. 6-1. Ground ball could be 2. Hudson to Bartlett, back to first, a double play. That one almost struck second base umpire Wendelstedt. He had to skip rope to get out of the way. That was almost a screen for Hudson. He did a good job of staying with the ball.
Yes, he did.
Or Bellino. It's Bellino. You're here. You're your star umpire. Boy, he can move too.
Very agile around second base. That was a rocket right at him. Nicely done, Mr. Bellino.
Just cancel the balloting. Umpire of the year, Dan Bellino. The reason why Mark Grant showing such great support for Bellino is he took charge of the game a couple of nights ago and called Pierre out for stepping out of the batter's box on a bunt try. Called a balk. He totally in charge.
And after I mentioned this about Dan Bellino, you'll especially like him, Professor.
He went to Central Michigan.
No, but he holds a law degree and an NBA passed the bar exam. Yeah.
So some lawyers do turn good. He's umpiring. That is a good note. Now Tomei up there now with the bases empty. Where's he from?
He's from Illinois. That's another reason why I like him so much. Land O. Lincoln.
Yeah, bias. Check swing. Did not go around. .604 dingers. Tomei, not among the very best in baseball history. Needs 4 more. He'll hit at least 100 for 3 different teams. Only 3 other players have done that. Broken bat single into right field. So that double play now. A big double out for the Padres here in the 8th.
Hey, Padre fans, you're going to be hitting the road soon? Well, take Fox Sports San Diego's coverage of the Padres with you all season long. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Padres out-of-market game live, online, and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Padres.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
That includes when you're traveling abroad. You can still use that MLB at bat. Stay in touch with your team. Strike to Wigginton. Struck out twice and walked. So a couple of hits here for the Phils in the 8th inning. The bad hop single and the broken bat loop hit by Tomei, but no damage thus far thanks to the double play hit by Pence. This one is lined to center. Maven charging in. That'll play on a hop, and it's 3 hits in the inning as Wigginton has his first of the day. 3 hits in the inning matches the total hits allowed by starter Anthony Bass in 6 innings. And the hardest hit ball of all was Pence's ground ball that became a double play. So 2 on 2 out here in the 8th. Carlos Ruiz a single and scored the only run for the Phils in the 2nd. Came around at the 3rd on the single by Pierre, and when Venable unable to come up with the ball cleanly, then scampered home for an unearned run back in the 2nd inning. He's bounced to the mound and hit into a double play. One and 0 to Ruiz. Ground ball to short. Bartlett gets the force at second. That's it for the Phils. No runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 more. It's still 6-1. Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Back at Petco Park, last of the 8th inning, the Padres with a 6-1 lead. Stay tuned, Padres Live right after the game. Mike and Mark will go over the outstanding start for Anthony Bass, who stands 3 outs away from his first win of the year, and some slugging by catcher Nick Hudley and company, and of course the comments of Bud Black on the game today, and much more as Joe Savory spin the JoJo pitching attack for Philadelphia. Joe Blanton starting, and Joe Savory now into his 2nd inning, and Yonder Alonso, who loves to swing at that first pitch, and he takes one inside. 6-3 put out the first time up, safe on an error, throwing error by Tomei in the 3rd. That was a critical error, cost a couple of unearned runs, and he's flied to right field. So of the runs scored, the Phil's run is unearned, and 3 of the Padres unearned, as each team has committed 3 errors. Ooh, just knocked the bat out of his hands. 2-1.
Well, Savory was a #1 pick for the Phils. He's got a good arm. Back in 2007, 19th overall in the 1st round.
Former Owl.
Rice
University.
Good school.
They've had some good baseball seasons here of late. The attendance announced tonight or today, 26,759. Nice house here at Petco on Military Sunday. 2-2. And another foul back.
When I think of Rice, I think of Lance Berkman, Jose Cruz Jr., and I'm sure there's many more that have attended the fine institution.
That is one of the outstanding academic centers in the country, Rice University.
Let's get with the pretzel.
High fly ball, right center field. Victorino has a beat on it, and Alonso just missed that one.
Here's Shane. Here's what we're going to do, Shane. We're going to go around the back, Shane, and then we're going to go get him, and we're going to put him away, Shane. Looks like an Edward G. Robinson, like a big cigar. Life is good.
Every youngster has their own way to consume.
I love those big pretzels too. No salt though. Mustard, no salt.
He comes home and his mom's watching the game today and say, "You were just such an embarrassment to the whole family. Can't you just eat properly?"
But Mom, I was having fun. I was at the yard.
Cameron Maben grounded twice to short, deep short, and dropped a soft single into right center the last time.
You know, I remember going to the yard with my dad and my uncle and my cousin, and I had just finished drinking a Coke, and I had the empty cup. And I said to my cousin, "Hey, where do I throw this away?" And he goes, "Just throw it on the ground." And I was like, "What? You can't do that. That's littering." No, just throw it on the ground.
That ball hit well to right field. Pence giving ground, and he's there for the 2nd out.
So they got people to clean that up. I said, "Really? That ain't right." So I walked it over to the trash receptacle and threw it away.
It's a good story.
I was going green back in the early 70s, yo.
Don't call me yo. I'm taking offense at yo. 2 away here in the 8th. So that's a happy ending to that wonderful story of you and your friend.
You think this guy's listening to the radio? He's getting the play-by-play.
He said, Jerry Coleman said what? He slid into second on a stand-up double.
There he is, the best. And Andy Mazer on the left.
That ball hit high in the air. Retreating Pierre. Boy, a couple balls hit right on the nose in this inning, but just a little under it. 3 putouts in the outfield. We go to the 9th. Of the game, Anthony Bass on the mound, 7 strikeouts, 1 unearned run allowed, and only 3 hits for Bass. And Nick Hundley, his battery mate, supporting him with a sacrifice fly, an RBI triple, and a 2-run home run. A 4 RBI day for Hundley, his best ever as a Padre.
Oh, we've got some tomfoolery going around out there, and the mom's like, "Come on, shake yourselves. Trying to watch a ball game here. Take your act somewhere else."
Ernesto Friere on the mound for the Padres here in the 9th inning. Will face Pete Orr, who will pinch hit for Galvis. Then the pitcher spot, undoubtedly another pinch hitter used by Charlie Manuel. And Lance Nix, left-handed hitters, swinging a couple of bats, or at least a leaded bat. Well, the Phils, even though they came in here owning Petco Park 13 in a row through Friday night, have really struggled to score runs. You know, they're the 2nd worst in the National League in scoring runs. Pittsburgh scored only 29 going into today, but the Phils only 42. Now they understandably miss, 2 big bats that are not in the lineup, with Ryan Howard and Chase Utley on the shelf. So pitching keeping them afloat. You think about this series alone, they win 2-0, they win 4-1, 6 runs. They get 1 run late last night, 7. 1 more unearned today, 8 runs in the 4-game series.
That's unbelievable about the Pirates. How are they 6-8 going into today? I'll tell you how. Their ERA as a team is 2.53.
Yeah, the Pirates and Washington Nationals. The Nationals, you see their team ERA?
Yeah, they're #1 in the league, 2.34 ERA going into today.
They're going to be in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Get a chance to see them. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now to the pinch hitter Orr. Charlie Manuel was going through his lineup card and he said, well, it's either or. Well, okay, or.
That's good.
Swing and a foul back.
That's very good.
You don't want to be up a creek without one.
That's right. Been there before. It's not fun.
Better have that Orr.
And of course, Bobby Orr, didn't he wear #4 for the Bruins?
He did indeed. High pop up. That'll make it into the crowd. Well, speaking of the Nationals, folks, if you want to order your tickets coming up Tuesday night, 6 o'clock for our Padre Live. Gio Gonzalez against Clayton Richard, then Zimmerman Look at that ERA, 1.29 against Wheeland on Wednesday afternoon. Thursday night, veteran Jackson and Volquez. Eddie Volquez looking for his first Padre win, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. FREDDY takes care of PIERRE. Rallies from 3-1 down on the count.
Yeah, full count, just go right after him. Nick Hundley hangs on to the foul tip. I'd like to see Ernesto FREDDY go right after these Philly hitters, as PIERRE is hoping that he gets another chance, but nope. Stuck right in the glove of Nick Hundley.
Lance Nix hitting for the pitcher. He's so big on trivia. It's the ultimate piece of little trivia here, but kind of high pop foul back. You don't often see two batters back to back, only 3 letters in their surname, or to Nix.
That's a good one.
It's Padres have a young man in their farm system with 2 letters in his surname. Nah.
That's right. We saw him in spring training.
Good career. And down goes Nix as FREDDY pumping strikes. Gets the 2 pinch hitters to strike out, and we're down to the final out here in the 9th inning. And to the top of the order, Juan Pierre. A couple of hits and a walk. 2 for 3 for Pierre. Right.
Best uniform worn today, right there. Right, Dick? We saw the camouflage, we saw the Phillies uniforms, but those, by far, the best uniforms. All the military uniforms, the best. And we thank each and every one of you, men and women.
The inside almost hit Pierre, and FREDDY again is among the leaders hitting batters. A ball, 2 strikes. Fans clamoring for that final strike. Instead, Pierre keeps it going. Loops a single to center field. He's had a 3-hit day. Hit him where they ain't. So Victorino comes up with 2 outs and Pierre at first base. Made a good pitch for Pierre.
Yes, he did.
Pierre just shoveled a little single out over second base into center field. Victorino 0 for 3, walked in the first. Fouls it back. Houston Street pitched the 9th inning last night. Did not get a save. The score was 5-0 when he came in. Gave up a run. Nubbed in front of home plate. Hundley to Alonso, and the ball game is over. The Padres win it 6-1. So after losing 13 consecutive times to the Phils here at Petco, the Padres, behind the young arms of Corey Lupke and Anthony Bass, come back to take the last 2 games of the series to split the 4 games 5-1, and today it's 6-1. Padres Live brought to you by Cox Communications, right around the corner, and here's Mike to tell you what's in store.
Nice post-game show coming up for you after 11 runs scored for the Padres in 2 games. Got to talk about this offense, which has come alive. Also, Anthony Bass, a very nice start for him. That young man going 6 innings, not allowing an earned run, gets 7 punch-outs. We'll have more on that. You're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black. And we'll take a look at the Phillies' leaky defense coming up in the post-game show. We'll see you then.